Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Murmuhu. Sri Ramakrishna, in one of the devotees' house, Surendra, Master is explaining the transcendental beauty, transcendental peace, and transcendental joy, bliss of the devotee when he forgets the world, all his concerns, because of the expansion of the heart and expansion of awareness, consciousness. It breaks all the limits and enters beyond. You can imagine when Mathurnath was unwilling to make the image get immersed. He stands before anybody who wants to remove the mother from here. Remember, I am there to see that it will not be done. So, as if he is holding a sword and standing in front to ward off everything, what he might be experiencing, what a loss he might be experiencing when the mother is immersed. Where was his consciousness? What was he seeing? What was he going to miss by immersing that image? For all others, it's a clay image, but for him, it's a living image. Till Sri Ramakrishna came and made him to see the same divine within his own heart. He was not accepting to give the image of the mother for immersion. So imagine how they might have been feeling. What must be their awareness? How much of expansive understanding of this nature and beyond. So here Sri Ramakrishna is explaining this to us. And the Master sang a song to the Divine Mother. O Mother, ever blissful as thou art, do not deprive thy worthless child of this bliss. My mind knows nothing but thy lotus feet. The king of death scowls at me terribly. Tell me, Mother, what shall I say to him? On one side, this is a trend of a child seeking security. Child weeps when it feels insecure, when it feels hungry, when it feels pain. Anywhere pain, it weeps. Any hunger, it immediately weeps. And if it feels insecure, it screams and weeps, shouts and cries. It is not able to bear. Like that, one side, he sees the life is moving towards, constantly moving towards death. He has not yet seen the mother's face yet. Deep inside is the longing. It wants to have a security before the body falls off. I must know where am I going, who is taking me. Now I am not worried or afraid of entering into sleep, though I am going to be totally disconnected from the body. I enter into in a state wherein I am unrelated to body. I am not aware of the body. I am totally disconnected from body as much as I am dead. So death is separation from the body permanently. But here also in sleep, I am getting separated. But I am not afraid of sleeping. I joyfully run and go and sleep. Suppose it is death, will I go and run and go joyfully and die? No. Why? Because I have that security. I know by sleeping I am not going to be permanently separated from bodily existence. And I don't know, in time of death, I don't know where am I going, where I have been taken. Here, when I enter into sleep, though I am disconnecting from the body as much as I am at death, but I know somebody is there to take me somewhere and bring me safely back to the bodily existence. How do you know? It's my daily experience. So, and I enter into a joyful state where I forget this world. Just forgetting the world and all problems and relationships, everything. I am alone, myself. What a great joy it is. And when I am there with Divine Mother, or God, or nature in her own pristine purity, if I am there with them, I am totally secured because they are all perfect, except that nothing else is there. When there is dualities, there is fear. Dvandva creates a fear always. If there is one without a second, there is no fear. So the all-pervading Mother, all-pervading God is there. I don't have. At the time of death, before body falls off, I want to know who am I? Where am I being taken? Why? What is separation from the body? What is death? What is rebirth? Where will I be? In what condition? Before dying, if I know my identity, and where am I going? Who is taking me? In sleep, I know somebody is taking me safely and bringing me back. I'm experiencing it, but I'm seeing others at death. They are going away forever, never to come back. So I'm afraid of death because there is no return. I'm not afraid of sleep because it's my own experience, plus I see others sleeping and waking up again. But there I see death, they are going away forever, never to come back. So there also I don't know where that person has gone, who he has taken, when he is going to come, what happened, we don't know. Here also I will not know where I am going, what is happening now at the time of death. Before that, the inner longing is for the inner security. I have external security. I have money, I have people, dhanabala, janabala, all balas I have, which are going to be failing, will be treacherous at the time of leaving the body. Nothing will come to help. Even when I fall sick and hospitalized and on the deathbed, nothing, neither money helps, nor people will be able to help, nothing, all fail. My own intelligence, no. My physical strength, no. My so much of practices, I am a doctor myself, no, nothing will help. All your knowledge, everything fails when the death stares at you. So this is the condition. Mother, what shall I tell to the death when he comes and stares at me? Shall I tell my mother is there behind? That, Mother, ever blissful as thou art, you are Ananda Swarupa. Make me realize that Ananda Swarupa within myself. Mother, ever blissful as thou art, whenever we see any person, we love people seeing and smile. smiling and looking around like children. How blissful they are. Everybody wants a child to be with them. Any child, in the street some child is dancing unrelated to me, some stranger, doesn't matter. I am attracted by its movements, talks. I want to go and talk to that child. Why? Because it is expressing joy and peace. It is expressing purity and no cunningness, no adulteration, no any kind of differentiation, good, bad, right, wrong, nothing is there in its mind. Maximum security. I want my mother to be with me. She will protect me under all dangers. Like that, when we see a smiling face itself, we feel so much joy and comfortable. A person moving with strict, stern face, everybody avoids that person slowly. Even good people, if they are moving about with their own awarenesses, people will slowly disconnect from that person. They don't want. Because what to see is, we cannot even face his face. Such things. So he may be comfortable within himself, joyful, everything, but he doesn't radiate peace and joy. When do we radiate peace and joy? Is when I am not affected by the external world. When I am not affected by the external, when my inner self holds on to God. We try to secure ourselves externally always. Even sadhakas, they don't want to mix with many of the peoples, or even with anybody for that matter, because they want to keep the God in the external awareness. One who wants to keep God in the internal awareness, antar prajna, they don't have problem moving about anywhere, doing any work and being with anybody in any condition. Because he experienced God's presence within himself, not in his external awareness with as if he is one of the objects of the world. Like I am constantly remembering sun. No, God is not like that. If you want to keep God in the external awareness, then you have to shrink from all others. And it will lead you nowhere. It is you have made God into an objective object. He is subject of the subject. At least keep him one with subject. He is behind the subject. Still, maximum you can keep with the subject, not an objective thing. Always we think of the God as an external thing, objective. He is subjective. In meditation also, you are asked to turn inward and see God within you, as if God is sitting in place of your heart, within you, in the same direction as you are. So you are asked to, because you have to turn inward and see within. Because he is within you, always that within must go. We want to make him outside, keep outside and in the external awareness. That's why I want to avoid people. Because I feel it a disturbance for my contemplation. Because I am going to contemplate God in the external mind. I have to take him inside. There is inside, there is a privacy where nobody can enter. I and my God. Nobody can enter. Nobody has that password to enter within me. So I alone can enter. Nobody else can enter. There I am going to keep God. Let the body and mind be working in the world. Let the external awareness be filled with all things of the world, I am not bothered. I can dance with people and feel the presence of God within. So here we make the mistake of objectifying God and subjectifying myself, separate from God, subject-object relationship. Here, actual process is I replace my existence with God's existence and myself project outside to look into myself. He is within me, He is within of the within, and I am within. I am within, He is within of the within. That's why Kenopanishad explains, Chakshoho Chakshuhu. He is eye of the eye, He is ear of the ear, He is life of the life, He is existence of my existence. So inner and inner, behind. So that it wants to experience. Do not deprive thy worthless child of this bliss. The bliss, you are blissful. I want to experience that bliss. How? You be within me, I will be experiencing. You are tree, the fruit I want to experience, your bliss. I keep the tree within my heart so that I will always get the fruit. My mind knows nothing but thy lotus feet. How much of practice? See, we depend upon small things in the world. My first thing is my own intellect, which is the most dangerous thing I am going to use an instrument, my intellect. Anything happens, I want to do japa sadhana, I am using my intellect. The intellect is unsurrendered to God. That God must happen. I need intellect, but somebody must be there who is expert handler of the instrument. I want God to handle that intellect of mine. You control my mind. You control my intellect. You see. That's why what we do in puja is invoke God and God's power in everything. And Amim Krom Yam Lambam Sham Jivanyasa. Sri Ramakrishna Devatayaha Pranaya Prana. All these pranas they are working is his pranas. He is controlling my limbs and thoughts. I am not going to control now. I have to worship you. I can't worship you. You are the Lord of the universe. I am a small, puny creature in this universe. Now, empower me with your power that I can recognize you, I can understand you, I can worship you, I can serve you with your power. Sri Ramakrishna Devatayaha Jiva Ihastitaha. Sri Ramakrishna Devatayaha Sarvendriyani. When I see the world, I must be seeing as if Ramakrishna is seeing. What a world of bliss and peace. Everywhere the Brahman is there, everywhere the God is there. If I have the eyes of Sri Ramakrishna, how I would be looking at this world. In Kannada, there is one song, Hosa Kannu Nanage Hachalebeku Jagadamba, with which I can see God and see God everywhere. So this new eye, Upanayana, I must have in such a way that I am able to. So in worship, we do all Vang, Manas, Chakshu, Tvak, Shrotra, Grana, Prana, all these are empowered by His power. Now my power was working. Now I surrender those powers. Let your power work and let your eyes see instead of my eyes. My eyes see only things which are with raga dvesha. I have likes and dislikes. I have neutral vision. I am not concerned about things. So that should not happen. Now, suppose a devotee is there of Sri Ramakrishna. He runs about to see everything is intact. Oh, how things are there. Oh, this is fallen there. It is Sri Ramakrishna's house. It should not be there. Dirt should not be there. When a person goes to dining hall, he goes with a brush to see that no dirt is seen anywhere. So he is seeing, he is understanding everything belongs to God because he is bhakta. Seeing the God's beauty and he doesn't sit in front of the picture with closed eyes. No. With the open eyes he wants to see everything belongs to God. So this aspect of the being bhakta is different from premi. Prema is different from bhakti. Prema is where I dissolve myself in God. Bhakta is where I retain my existence to serve Him. Servant must be more vigilant, more active than anything. To be servant is very difficult. How much of sacrifice, how much of giving. Every part of my body will be working for the sake of the Master. My mind is thinking of it, my intellect is thinking, my bodily existence is thinking. Everything is thinking of God. If I am servant of God. To be bhakta is to fill myself entirely with God's awareness. Anywhere you touch, God comes out. And talk to Him, God is flowing out from His mouth. Beat Him, you will hear the God's name. He slips and falls, from His mouth, God's name comes. Everything He associates, He has nothing to of His own except your feet. I don't know anything because He has not kept anything as a support of His existence or life or knows anything which He can utilize or hold on to. My mind knows nothing but Thy lotus feet. Only one thing I know, just like a child, 6 months old child, except mother. Earlier it may not be able to recognize mother, but 6 months old child is fully conscious of mother. If it doesn't see mother, it is as if lost. So many things are there, so many powers are there that can protect the child, more powerful than mother. Police is there who is more powerful than mother. But it doesn't depend or doesn't accept the police who is more stronger than mother, who can protect the child in a more better way. No. President of the nation is there. Prime Minister is there. No. Highest power, whole military is behind you. No. I want my mother. That faith, that confidence, that sacrifice, that acceptance, the whole system accepts. So, I know nothing other than your lotus feet, Mother. The king of death scowls at me terribly. The king of death. That is, my day by day, I am moving towards death every day. I always tell the child is born. With birth, the countdown has begun. It is moving towards death. It looks like child is growing day by day. Where is it going? Growing towards death. We forget that. Birth means death. All associated. What is born has to die. What is composed has to decompose. So, this is law of nature. We have to go back to the source. So comes all these things. So here says, every moment I am moving toward, when will I see you? When will I see you? Like somebody comes to the ashrama. The main purpose is to see the deity. It is closed for the offering. And then, now and then, he asks, when is shrine opening? When is shrine opening? By the time he goes, will the shrine be opened at all? Like that. If death interferes, and I have to go, I have not seen my mother. When will that mother come? Tell me, mother, what shall I say to him? So, this is the thing, whole thing. Now, he wants to tell the mother, to the whole Hinduism is standing on one ultimate goal. I have to tell this world, I have finished my task and going. Krita Kritya. What is to be done? Having acquired a human body, I must finish. I must become Krita Kritya. What is to be done has to be finished. So that prayer to the Divine Mother, Mother, I have to tell that I have finished my task. I am going joyfully. The purpose for which I had covered myself with a bodily existence is over. I am throwing away the bodily existence and reaching that goal where I have to go now. So that state is called Krita Kritya. What is to be done is done. I am free now, free from the nature. Nature no more can bind me. I am free to act as I want and be as I want, and wherever I want, I can be there. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Abba.